In March of 2014, I had the amazing opportunity to travel abroad with Chesapeake College to China and study Chinese education. This was a big adventure for me, especially given the fact that I had never been on an airplane before. The flight from Maryland to North Korea took over 14 hours. When our second flight finally arrived in Shanghai, China, I was thrilled but tired. There's a 12-hour time difference between China and Maryland, with China being 12 hours ahead. I was ready to explore this new country and try some of its interesting cuisine. One of the main goals in traveling to China was to learn about their education. While in China, we visited 3 particular schools in Suzhou. The 3 schools were Suzhou Special School, which was for special education students, Suzhou Experimental New City No. 2 Primary School, which was one of the many elementary schools in Suzhou, and Suzhou Early Childhood Education College, which was a technical high school for early childhood education majors only. When we visited Suzhou Special School, we realized that this was the only special education school in the entire city, which showed China's lack of interest in providing special education students education. Out of all the schools, my favorite was the Suzhou Experimental New City No. 2 Primary School because of the way the school was built. The school was very open, allowing students to enjoy the fresh air as they moved from classroom to classroom throughout the day. The school also had a reading room that looked like an outside meadow and had a tree that children could sit under and read. Not only was my group able to visit some schools in Suzhou, China, but we also got to sightsee in Suzhou, Xi'an, and Beijing. Some of the places we visited included the Terracotta Warriors, the Temple of Heaven, the Forbidden City, and of course the Great Wall. My favorite place that we visited was the Great Wall. I remember in 4th grade looking at the Great Wall in a textbook, but never thought that I would actually get to see it in real life and walk on it. Walking on the Great Wall has to be one of the coolest things I have done in my life. Not only did I walk on the Great Wall, but also got lost on it with 2 of my friends after we went on the Great Wall ride. Luckily, with our non-Chinese speaking selves, we were able to find a kind officer who led us back to our group. In China, many things were different than they were here in America. For one, the food is completely different. Green tea and rice is served at pretty much every meal. Also, the toilets in China are in the ground, which I referred to as a squatty potty. Trust me, they are not fun to use, and after the trip, I was very thankful for American toilets. Another thing that is different in China is that one can barter when shopping. By the end of the trip, I was a pro at bartering and got the best deals on all of the items I bought. Overall, on this trip, I had one of the most amazing experiences in my life. I was able to explore a new country with good friends and learn new information. I hope that one day in the future I will be able to travel abroad to another country, but for now I will cherish the opportunity that I had and the information that I learned.